Your son is graduating from high school, and suddenly it doesn't feel real. You're flipping through the yearbook and seeing those baby pictures you turned in and wondering, how did we get here so fast? Just months ago, graduation felt far away, and now you're counting down to summer and then college, independence, and a quiet house. You're proud, you're excited, but if you're honest, there's a part of you wondering what this next season of motherhood is going to feel like. In today's episode, we're talking about something not many people say out loud, the high school senior mom blues. If you're a mom of a graduating senior, feeling that mix of joy, sadness, and uncertainty, and wondering how to handle it without being overwhelmed, this is for you. Welcome to Raising Boys with Purpose, a Christian parenting podcast for moms raising teens and young adult sons. I'm Brooke, a boy mom and parenting coach. And here we talk about raising sons, building character, and preparing our boys for adulthood with confidence and faith. Now, before we jump in, if you're enjoying the podcast and it's encouraging you, I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you're looking for a community of moms who are learning how to raise boys into young men, I'd love to invite you to join us in the Raising Boys with Purpose Facebook group. You'll find the link in the description. It's a space for encouragement, real conversations, and support, because you're not meant to do this alone. Summer's coming and high school senior year is almost over. This is the last push towards graduation. Our sons may have already had their senior skip day, senior trip, and prom, and now they're focused on finals. But the moms, some are barely hanging on by their fingernails. They're excited for their sons and the new adventures that await them. But they also realize that when they leave, there will be a hole at home. Right now, though, the focus is on giving their son the best celebration possible, because no one really has time for tears. Those can wait until fall, right? High school graduation for each of my boys looked a little different. They both had plans for college, and we had plans for a great family summer, starting with a graduation trip with friends and family. But I have two boys, so I lost the first and the last in that order, and both were tough. I worked hard to hold back the tears because I didn't want to take anything away from their excitement. And they were excited, and rightly so. They were looking forward to working over the summer, making memories with friends, and stepping into what was next. They were excited for fall. And while part of me was looking forward to it too, another part of me was quietly dreading it. First one and then the other. This was the goal, right? So why was it tinged with sadness? This is what I call the senior high school mom blues. And the truth is, we all feel it in some way or another. It starts leading up to graduation, and then it builds again as we get closer to fall. These emotions are real. So the question becomes, how do we handle them without letting them overwhelm us or spill over onto the people around us? First, let's just acknowledge this. Feeling sad about your son growing up is normal. We've spent the last 18 plus years pouring into them, guiding them, raising them, and it's okay to grieve a little, even in the middle of the joy. We love our sons. Of course, we're going to miss them. But while these feelings are natural and even healthy, we have to be careful not to let them take over, because anxiety and fear can quietly steal the joy from this season. In the Bible, 1 Peter 5:7 reminds us, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." When you feel that anxiety rising, give it to God. Remind yourself that he loves your son even more than you do, and he is in control. And remember, we set the tone. Our sons, our husbands, even our other children, they're all stepping into this transition too. And often they're looking to us to see how we respond. Yes, there may be a few tears, but let's not miss what this moment really is. A milestone worth celebrating. Every award ceremony, every last game, every final performance, every last leading up to that walk across the stage. These are moments to anticipate, to soak in, and to celebrate, because he worked hard to get here. And Mom, you did too. Psalms 118:24 says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." So let's choose joy in this season. Let's look at our sons with pride. Let's celebrate alongside them. And yes, maybe even share a knowing smile with another mom who feels it too. And here's something we need to remember. Don't fall into the trap of thinking your son won't miss you when he's gone. Right now, he's caught up in the excitement. He's celebrating. He's with friends. He's stepping into independence. But when fall comes, it'll settle in for him too. And sometimes we look around and see everyone else celebrating and assume we're the only ones feeling this way. But we're not. So don't isolate yourself in that sadness. Instead, lean into the moment. Take the pictures, make the memories, be present. And in the middle of all this, don't forget to take care of yourself too. I know it's busy, I know it's full, but take a breath. Step away for a moment. Do something that fills you up. Because if we're always looking ahead to the moment they leave, we miss the moments we still have. Yes, your family is changing, but that doesn't mean something is ending. It means something is growing. And you have been a big part of building the courage your son now has to step forward. We're moms, and we love our families deeply. And sometimes it's hard to separate who we are from our role as their mom. But God didn't just call us to hold on to our sons. He called us to raise them, to prepare them, and to release them into the life He has for them. Graduation isn't the end. It's the beginning of everything you've been preparing him for. This is where the life skills, the character, the faith, this is where it starts to take root in a new way. And as we step into this new stage of motherhood, our role begins to shift from authority to encourager to mentor. We're still here, we're still needed, just in a different way. So as your son steps into independence, keep praying, keep trusting, and choose to rest in the truth that God is guiding him into his future. And you, Mom, you've done more than you think. If this episode of Raising Boys with Purpose encouraged you, please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of this podcast. And if you're raising a teen or young adult son and want encouragement and practical guidance, come join us in the Raising Boys with Purpose Facebook community. The link is below. Thanks for being here today. Now grab your iced coffee, hug your son, and remember, you're raising him with purpose.